Okay,
Vote.
all right, welcome back, everyone. We're gonna carry on with our meeting. But I do think we wanna revisit the motion with respect to the generator purchase for our fire hall here in Apsley. The motion that was put forward was that we approve the emergency purchase and installation of a Generac standby generator located at Station 2 as quoted by Eels Electric, and further that it be funded through general reserves. It should actually be, and further that it be funded through the capital, let me get the wording, future capital reserves. That's what it should be. So who was the mover and the seconder for that?
The mover was Colin and it was seconded by Deputy Mayor Whalen.
Okay. Is the mover and the seconder comfortable with adjusting where that money comes from? Which pot?
Yep.
Okay, all right. All those in favor? Are we still good with that? We are. Okay, so we got that fixed. Good catch. But we caught it while we're still in the meeting, so. Okay, now with that, we're going to go back now to a finance and we are going to talk about the 2026 budget. So take it away, Judy and Diana.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. So documents were sent out, all the changes, quite a list of changes to the budget since December 10. And I'm just going to go to the first, Killian has it up. So I changed it again. We received from WSIB, there was a program that they had surplus funds. And so we received a check yesterday in the amount of $89,144.
Nice.
So, and this is up to council, but if we apply that, to the budget. To use it, excuse me, that will reduce our amount that we're going to use out of the asset management transfer.
Okay.
And so that would bring that down to 221,856. So where the budget stands right now, we're looking at 7,441,987, which is a 4.99% increase, dollar to dollar.
999, below 5.
And which equates to 4.16% increase in the tax rate. Now there is, I noticed yesterday a change I'm going to have to do, and it's just transferring one amount from Parks and Rec to general government. So it's not gonna make a difference in the bottom line. It was for water at the 135 Burley, and we had put it on the wrong department. So it's just a straight transfer over. Other than that, if we could go to the second one, please, Killian.
So with that WSIB, just was gonna say, because we're talking about adjusting the asset management transfer, so we will be transferring how much then?
Okay,
Okay, that's the next one.
I think so. Killian, number 2.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. So, so we're gonna use the 52,000 in the listing of the capital items. And then the 221, so 131,644 would be transferred to the future capital reserve.
Okay.
Good, so we almost saw it here.
Wait, but I like it. Okay.
I don't know if you wanna go to the third one.
Yeah, let's do the third one. What's the third one?
So that's just the changes, so.
Okay.
I'm not going to go through every line, if that's okay.
Yeah.
But it just kind of wraps it up and sums it up there, that the changes we did make had a net difference of 80,727. Some of that was cutting, I think, elections by 5,000 and just here and there. So that's where we are. Now that's on the condition of I wasn't sure about the closed session, if we have to go into that for the positions.
Do you want to, or I think council has read everything. Does anybody have an issue with what was identified? But then I think we're good. Okay. Okay, so then I think we're okay with that. But what I do think we need, because it was in your report that you had sent, there's 3 things that we need to look at, right?
Yep.
That's what we need to talk about. And these don't have an impact on the budget because it would be funded from the general reserves.
I believe that's what was mentioned before, yes.
Okay, all right. So council, we need to consider donation to Quinty Health North Hastings Hospital for X-Ray Plus campaign, the Phragmites program and the Bomber Road property. So first for the donation, and we just had that presentation and we had a little bit of discussion about it. We referred it, but Jim?
I just, you know, they made a great presentation and so many of our people go up there that I have no problem, donating 10,000 towards their, X-ray machine.
Your campaign, okay, to be funded come from general reserves donation. Okay, so you'll make that
I'll
motion.
make an emotion if you need it.
Okay, I'll second. Bruce Ann will second it. Any discussion on that at all? All those in favor? Okay, so that donation's approved. The Phragmites program. There is a challenge because of the way the wording, we're gonna have to revisit that municipal grant program, but a way the wording is because it talks about aquatic invasive species and like Phragmites can be in the water, but these are particularly like land sites. But the intent regardless, whether it's through that program or not, it's always coming from the general reserves, right, for that. So when we did approve up to I think it was up to $5,000 to partner with the Phragmites, I can't remember the proper name of it, but what the program and that they're applying for a grant. And we were putting forward some money to be a part of that. So I'm looking then for a motion that donate or that funding for that Phragmites program that we approved comes from general reserves as well. Up to 5,000. Moved by Colin, seconded by Ruth Ann. All those in favor? That is carried. Bomber Road property, like, I think that is something, because we don't know specifically, right, anything, but I mean, if there are things that are coming up in terms of studies or requirements or whatever like that, I would expect that staff would come forward with a report throughout the year, and we would look at an amendment, you know, to the budget or whatever, and to pull from general reserves, right?
I like Edward's,
Yep, Edward, does that work for you?
Yeah, I have had some discussions and I have an upcoming meeting with the county regarding the community servicing project.
Perfect.
Eorn, so I think you're correct that if we have an update, something that staff could bring a report at that time with specific requests. Better idea on the scope of work.
Yep. Yeah, so we make sure that, things aren't gonna get held up necessarily, right? Like, we will deal with them as they arise when it comes to the Bomber property, okay? So we don't really need emotion or anything there, because we don't have anything specific, so that's that. So now it's back to the 4.99%, and I will say, like, again, like, thanks to staff. I mean, I know it was an intense first budget meeting that we had, and that direction is, you know, it's a bit of a challenge with what you started with at the beginning, and we know there's a lot of changes that are coming forward, and you guys did work within the directive that we gave you, and I'm very pleased. Thank you very much for doing that. Council members, what say you?
I just have one question, and it's,
Sure.
just because I'm curious, the amount now that we're, not putting in reserves, 100 and some thousand, what percentage is that? You know, if we didn't use it at all, what would the percentage?
So what would it be without, yeah,
We're using the 221,000,
Okay,
right? So, you're thinking if we use the 131 as well, that we're putting in?
no.
No?
So saying if-
Never mind. I'll talk to you later. It doesn't matter.
it doesn't, because we're not changing, are we? Like, we're
No,
not changing the direction to
nothing's
say,
changing.
no, go back.
Nothing's Changing, no.
Okay.
I'll move whatever motion you want.
It's open-ended. No, so let me go back to, I just closed it and I shouldn't have, I gotta go back to the staff report, because that'll be the motion right there. All right. Hang on a second here, we'll get this back, okay, so. Option one is that council pass the 2026 budget as presented and adopt the tax rate bylaw for the 2026 year. And as presented, it's that 4.99%.
One final question before
Yep.
I have that, back in September, we were going to take a general reserves transfer for the EV chargers.
Mhm.
I don't see it in the budget, so is it still planned on being a general reserves or future capital reserves?
Go ahead.
Yes, because that's where it was being funded from, so I took it out because we're not using it, so it's just money that's not being used then.
Okay. All All right, so. Anybody want to move that? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
If I may, so maybe option 2, because it says, with the changes as directed by
Oh.
council.
Did we make changes?
We have the fragment.
Oh, right, okay, pardon me, yes, and it doesn't affect it's coming from, yes, you're right, of course, it should be option 2. The council passed the 2026 budget with the changes as directed by council, and further that we adopt the tax rate bylaw. Ruth Ann, you're gonna make that motion. There's X, Colin will second it, all those in favor? 2026 budget is approved, woohoo! Thanks to all of you. Yeah. We really appreciate all your hard work, so. Wonderful. Okay, and with that, we will now go on to reports from boards and committees, the North Forth Public Library Board minutes from November 25th. Can I have a motion to receive those? Unless I don't know if there's any questions. Moved by Colin to receive, seconded by Jim Whalen. All those in favor? Those have been received, and I am now looking for a motion to go into closed session pursuant to section 239(2) of the Municipal Act. This part of the meeting is closed to the public because the subject matter being considered is personnel matters, along with litigation or potential litigation matters. So can I have a motion, please, for that? Moved by Jim O'Shea, seconded by Colin. All those in favor? We are in closed, people. Thank you.